us.
What? No. I didn't say any of that.
No, other way.
Other way. There.
Oh,
look at that.
way.
That's right. Right there, buddy. Exactly.
It's one of those nights already.
Always gonna be one of those nights.
I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to let us have one of those nights.
Why not?
I'm going to be serious the entire time.
Not a chance. Good evening to everybody listening in right now.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
What he said. It is 11 o'clock, Wednesday, February the 19th, 2014. We are the Bost-Whovians here on Doctor Who Radio. I'm Lucas.
I'm Jimmy.
You know, sometimes people refer to you as James, but you said...
Who? Give me their names, and I will hunt them down.
I know you will. That's why I said
And again, not completely true, but...
Yeah,
I will.
whatever. Yeah, you kind of went out there for a second. Yeah, for a second I couldn't hear you.
I didn't say anything.
No, you were still... Okay, maybe...
But it was doing nothing. I was going...
I was wondering what happened to you with the silence.
No, I wasn't saying anything.
All right, very good.
I have that shirt.
Yes.
I almost wore that one tonight.
Yes,
I'm so glad I didn't.
I am the doctor. I love it.
Oh,
it's a very comfortable T-shirt.
Yeah.
That's what's so good about Hot Topic. Hot Topic.
Hold them in it, pocket.
Diarrhea pocket. Where are you going? Why are you leaving? Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy has left the building. He's not here, so it's just me and just you, and we're going to sit and listen to me rant. Oh, hello, Jimmy. He's back.
Jimmy's back. Jimmy didn't go anywhere.
What happened? No, something happened. Something motivated you to stand up and walk away.
Oh, my phone's right here. Never mind.
Oh, you're looking for your phone. Oh,
No,
the
I
phone's
wasn't
more
looking for my
important than the
phone.
show?
No.
Well, good.
The
It
phone
shouldn't
is
be.
not more important than the show.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And the fans...
The fans
the millions,
are more important. And millions.
Yes, of our fans.
The fans are more important than the show.
So much more important.
Because they're the reason for the show.
They're the reason we're here now.
For people that may be new listeners, this is something that we got together all the time to talk about Doctor Who and get ready to watch Doctor Who. Originally, it was on Saturday nights when we were doing the show, and we would get together before the new episode and just sit there and talk about last week. And why don't we do this? And, I bet there's other freaks like us.
No,
that
not
might
like
want
us.
to listen to us.
Not like us.
Or pay attention to us once in a while. And now we have people. Hundreds.
Thousands.
Of people on Facebook and people around the world, people we don't even know.
Exactly. It's amazing.
I mean, we started off with big dreams, big hopes, going like, well, yeah, I know like dozens of people that like Doctor Who. This will be awesome. And then it's just grown into something so much more than what we expected, and it's just been a great time.
I'm loving it. I don't want it to end.
Why should it end? It shouldn't end. You take that back.
Okay, I want it to end.
No, take back the whole thing about it ending. It's not ending.
I don't.
Who's ending? Are you ending it?
No.
Are you breaking up with me?
Are we together?
We're together right now.
Not in that way.
We're what way?
Physically in the same presence. We're in the same.
So we have a physical relationship, is what you're saying.
That's it. It stops there. There is a division line. This is a line of demarcation right here.
We have a relationship. It is towards this show. Are you ending it?
No!
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hot Pocket. Well, we've been talking about this a lot. Well, I have been, because I get a kick out of it. Supposedly, the people who make Hot Pocket, Nestle, right? I think it's Nestle that makes Hot Pocket.
No, I have no idea.
Well, evidently they're using...
Let's check your freezer and find out.
I don't have any Hot Pockets.
Right.
Go check the freezer now, dude.
I know, I'm just kidding.
No Hot Pockets. That stuff's not real. It's not food. And I think that was proven this week when these people started basically saying...
No. It was real.
What was real?
It was real diseased meat.
Ooh. Is that like when Homer Simpson ate the cheap meat?
Maybe.
Because he went into the store and Apu had basically taken all this lunch meat that had expired
Oh,
and he marked it down to like 10 cents a pack.
that's not good.
So
So
Homer
not
goes
good.
in
So
and he's
not
like,
good.
"Woohoo, cheap meat!" And he picks ones up and it's open. He's like, "Ooh, this one's open."
Oh, God,
So he
no,
starts
no,
eating
no,
it.
no, 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 no. No, I mean,
Next
that's
thing you know, he's being brought to the hospital. He's laying on the couch, sick, and there's a commercial on TV about like some law firm, and it's this dog, and the dog's just "Rrr, rrr, rrr," brought to you by "Rrr, rrr, rrr." That's the whole commercial.
no, I don't
You just
remember
see
that at
words coming out
all.
of the dog's mouth, and he's like, "That dog can sell anything."
I know how I have personally eaten things that have been suspect and drank things that were suspect.
Aren't we doing that now?
No, no. For instance, one time someone comes along and says, "Here, I brought you this beverage." And so
Oh God, yeah, we did do
I
that,
put
didn't
it
we?
in the fridge. It goes a few days, and then finally I go, you know what? I'm gonna try that. They say, did you ever drink that? And I said, yeah, it was really good. Like it's kind of fizzy. I mean,
Kind of busy.
yeah, it was fizzy. I wasn't expecting that out of a fruit juice conglomeration for it to be so fizzy. See, you're laughing like you already know what's going on.
I'm laughing at fruit juice conglomeration. That's very
Oh, that
comical.
okay.
That's great.
Well, there was a bunch of fruits in there. I can't remember what the little drink was called, but it was quite tasty. It had a little bit of a nice little like tang
Okay.
to it.
Tang.
Yeah, apparently it was fermenting, and it's not supposed. It was supposed to be sweet and juice-like, and I was not supposed to be fizzy or foamy in any way.
And you're still alive to tell about it. This sounds deadly.
Drinking things that have fermented is a common thing.
Oh wow. It kind of reminds me of this movie that was with Don Knotts and Tim Conway called The Private Eyes.
Okay.
And basically, in the whole premise of the movie is they were called out from Scotland Yard to go solve a murder mystery. And in the movie, they're given a cup of tea from the chef, and you see somebody at some point reach behind them and put something in the tea. So Don Knotts' character, he's stirring the tea with a spoon, and he pulls the tea out. I mean, pulls the spoon out, and half of it's gone.
Ah,
It's all foaming and fermenting. I'm glad you didn't consume anything like that.
no, no. Honestly, my stomach wasn't even phased.
I'm happy about that.
Just
You're still here.
I am still here. I
If you
mean,
weren't here, we
this
wouldn't
was
be here.
years ago. This was a long time ago.
Back home?
No, not that far.
Okay.
Not
Here.
that far back.
So
It,
you're here.
it was here. It was
Uh,
definitely here.
There's a lot of questionable stuff that's eaten in the South. Chitlins? Why would it? Oh, it's intestines. Poo flows through it, and then they eat it.
You wash it first.
Like that is going to clean it all out. That's just repugnant.
Obviously, it's not your thing. That's okay.
Have you eaten it?
No.
Oh, it's not your thing either. I mean, think about it. Think about what it is. Okay, there's a meat that's sold at the local supermarket called Souse or Souse. Souse. What is it? What? Then there's another meat called Scrapple. It's clearly the scraps of whatever's left over from whatever animal they threw into the slaughtering machine. I mean, what are these people eating? It's not food. It's just, it could be, okay, I know I keep going back to The Simpsons, but they made a really good point. Like, basically, Homer was preparing to have a barbecue, and
Okay.
Lisa's like, no, we're going to have all
Oh.
vegetables. We can't do that.
Dude, that stuff looks nasty.
What is that?
Souse meat. Oh, it looks like bits of meat. Oh, God. That's gross, dude. What did you make me look up? What is that?
I don't know what it is.
Oh.
Oh, hold on. Let me finish my story. So basically, yeah, I'm laughing that hard.
Oh.
All right, so basically, Lisa is imagining what a hot dog is made of.
Oh, I remember that one. That goes far enough back where I was actually still watching The Simpsons.
This is when it was still funny.
Yes.
It was made out of shoe, pigeon, raccoon, and pig. I think pig. Might have been something else. But, I mean...
Does it look like that?
Oh, God.
That is sliced head cheese.
All right. Oh, okay, show the audience. Bring them.
Can they see?
Show the audience.
Well, I don't know if they can even see that.
Well, they might be able to. So, why did you do that for?
So that I can see if they can see, and
Yeah,
if I'm
but
holding
now-
it in the right way. Oh, it's like that.
Get close to the microphone.
I can't see.
To the camera.
I can't see that. It looks too bright. I don't know if they can see it there.
Oh boy. And
Maybe some people out there already know what this is, and they're going, "What are those? Those idiots don't even know what that is."
No, but you know what you did? You closed out a screen that
No,
now we can't.
I shrunk it.
It's not there anymore.
It's there. I only minimized.
No, you can't minimize this particular program. That's how we're broadcasting.
So we're not broadcasting?
We're still broadcasting, but now we can't disconnect.
This one?
So we're gonna. Don't worry about it. Let's keep up. We got to keep going with the show. We got to keep going. So don't worry about it right now. At least we still have our music available. It's fine. It's okay. We'll take care of it.
Why'd you put it in front of the thing?
I
did. You put it there. It wasn't there before when we were adjusting the camera.
Yes, it was.
No.
Yes, it was.
No, because we were adjusting the camera. It wasn't in the way, like my head is with David Tennant.
All right, so, okay. Tonight, we are discussing another episode in the season with Donna Noble. Everybody.
The Fires of Pompeii.
Why'd you say it like that?
You have to, dude. It's like a volcanic eruption.
The Fires of Pompeii.
Exactly.
Like
You can't just go like, hey, it's the Fires of Pompeii. It sounds silly that way.
Especially the way you just said it with that high-pitched voice.
That I was contrasting what I had done earlier. The Fires of Pompeii.
Good contrast. Okay, I can see it. All right, good. So, good episode because, especially now since we're going to the 8th season, that we're witnessing something that I was actually curious as to whether or not Stephen Moffat had planned this out from the beginning.
See, this is something I meant to look up earlier because it's one of those things that, go ahead, you say what you're going to say and then I'll shoot it full of
That
holes.
in this episode, Capaldi seems to be very intrigued by the TARDIS. Not only that, but...
Who isn't? Sorry, I said I'd let you finish. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
In the episode, David Tennant says to Donna, I've been here before. And he said, now, the fire that happens wasn't my fault. Well, it is a little bit. And it turns out at the end of the episode, it's completely his fault. But he had to. So it makes you wonder, was his previous visit in his future?
No.
Wibbly wobbly. Wibbly wobbly.
No. He still thought they were talking about Rome.
Rome.
Ah,
okay.
They thought they were in Rome.
Ah, yes, they. That's right. You're right. Okay.
And that's where he was talking about the fire. Not he wouldn't have known that it was him if he didn't know it was him.
What?
He wouldn't have known it was him.
Right. Okay.
If he knew it was him.
Well, he didn't know.
I can turn that around. Hold on. If he knew that it was him, he wouldn't have known that it wasn't him. Or it was him. Sorry. I screwed it up.
Well, in the Day of the Doctor, he didn't know it was him when he was with himself.
That's different, and you know it.
He met himself, and himself said to himself, "Are you his Are you the Doctor's companions?"
Okay, again, now you're taking past version with future versions. past versions will not recognize
Okay,
future
that's true.
versions.
All right, I got you. All right.
Unless you're Tom Baker speaking with 11. Then you can recognize future versions of yourself.
Oh, yeah.
But then again, he also knew he was the Doctor at that time, so of course he already knew.
Interesting.
But anyway, so yes, past versions will not recognize future versions. Future versions, 10 and 11, both recognize the War Doctor.
That's true. Easily. And
They did not remember meeting him because their memory was wiped.
And what happened is they got nervous and then pulled out the sonic screwdriver. Oh, look. We both have sonic screwdrivers. Oh, do the sound. There it is. There's a sound. Ah, that's kind of loud in my ears.
Is it?
A little bit.
Yours must be louder than mine.
Cool. So, yes. What were we talking about?
Wibbly wobbly.
Timey-wimey.
We're talking about 10 and 11.
And how they met
Meeting
the War
8.5.
Doctor. Right, okay, they met 8.5. Interesting. You know, we've got a lot of screwdrivers here tonight. I've got 3.
I've got a couple more too.
So we've got 6 screwdrivers here tonight. This is, now, I've got 2 versions of 11 and number 10. What do you have?
I've got 11s.
Nice.
But this was a mix and match set. See, each part of these comes apart and you can make whatever you want. I like this one because it looks really
cool.
What's the word though?
Unique?
No.
Different?
Stop it. You're not making it better. It's
better?
Stop it. It's
wicked awesome.
Not helping. It's that thing with the Yes, that thing. It's I'm gonna have to go on my phone to find it. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to be playing on my phone while we're doing the show.
No, but you do anyway.
Steampunk. It looks steampunk. What? If you go back to
what is steampunk?
That's what I was about to explain.
Thank you.
Go back to like Western times and what they thought futuristic items would look like. This.
Okay.
Everything would look like this. Lots of gadgets, lots of gears, lots of buttons, lots of... And then again, what do we do when we actually have the future? It's all on one screen that you can just touch and interact with.
Right.
So it's like the 50s and 60s had a different version of the future. Everything was bubble, future, floating cars.
Floating cars. Yes, okay.
Everything was bubbly looking, and that's what they envisioned the future would be. Everybody would have a robot servant, like the Jetsons. That's what they envisioned the future would be like.
Okay.
But it's so not.
No, it isn't. All right. We've been talking nonstop for almost 20 minutes. We have clips to go through about the fires of Pompeii. So let's...
The fires of Pompeii!
The fires of Pompeii! All right, so let's listen to this, all right? This is the first clip we got from this particular episode. Here we go.
Thank you, kind sir. I'm afraid business is closed for the day. I'm expecting a visitor.
Well, that's me. I'm a visitor. Hello.
Who are you?
I am Spartacus.
And so am I.
Mr. and Mrs. Spartacus.
Oh, no, we're not married.
Oh, they're brother and sister. Yes, of course. You look very much alike.
Really?
I'm sorry, but I'm not open for trade.
And that trade would be?
Marble. Lobus caecilius.
That
Mining, polishing, and design thereof. If you want marble, I'm your man.
That's good, because I'm the marble inspector.
By the gods of commerce and inspection. I'm sorry, sir. I do apologize for my son.
This is my good wife, Matilda. I must confess, we're not prepared for...
Nothing to worry about. I'm sure you've got nothing to hide. Although, frankly, that object looks rather like wood to me.
I told you to get rid of it.
I only bought it today.
Oh, well, caveat emptor.
Oh, you're Celtic. There's lovely.
I'm sure it's fine, but I might have to take it off your hands for a proper inspection.
Although while we're here, wouldn't you recommend a holiday, Spartacus?
Don't know what you mean, Spartacus.
This lovely family, mother and father and son. Don't you think they should get out of town?
Why should we do that?
Well, the volcano for starters.
What?
Donna
Volcano.
being
What, Anna?
Donna.
That great
Donna
big
being
volcano
Donna.
right on your doorstep.
Oh, Spartacus, for shame. We haven't even greeted the household gods yet. They don't know what it is. Vesuvius is just a mountain to them. The top hasn't blown off yet. The Romans haven't even got a word for volcano. Not until tomorrow.
Oh, great, they can learn a new word as they die.
Donna, stop it.
Listen, I don't know what sort of kids you've been flying around with in outer space, but you're not telling me to shut up. That boy, how old is he? 16? And tomorrow he burns to death.
And that's my fault.
Right now, yes.
Announcing
Yes.
Lucius
Yes,
Petrus
it is.
Dexterus,
Now here comes this
chief
guy
augur
who's gonna
of the
come
city
in.
government.
All right,
And
this
show
dude
himself.
looks so familiar. Who
He-
is this dude?
He was
What
in
else?
Sherlock
My pleasure as always.
in the very first
Very,
episode.
very first episode.
With the pill.
Rare
Yes,
honest
he was this
love
cab
to
driver.
come to my house.
Oh, okay. But no, something else.
The
He
birds
looks.
are flying north, and the wind is in the west.
I don't know. He looks
Right,
like he
absolutely.
should be a
That's
rodent.
good, is it?
Only the
He does
grain
look
of
kind of
wheat knows
rat-like.
where it will grow.
Yeah.
Oh, Attila, have you ever heard
A
such
white rat. of
Big
course.
teeth.
Never.
Maybe he's
It's
the
an honor.
he's the Trojan rabbit from
Oh,
Monty
Saturn,
Python and the
I
Holy
guess
Grail.
This is Spartacus and Spartacus.
The name is
Or maybe he's
Nasty teeth.
He's the killer rabbit. That's it. He's the killer rabbit.
Ah. But what is the dark, other than an omen of the sun?
I concede that every sun must set.
Ha!
And yet the son of the father must also rise.
Damn. Very clever, sir. Evidently a man of learning.
Oh, yes, but don't mind me. Don't want to disturb the status quo. He's Celtic. We'll be off in a minute.
I'm not going.
It's ready, sir.
You've got to.
Well, I'm not.
A moment of
All right, so-
revelation. And here it is. Exactly as you specified.
Yep. Oh, now there's something that pops up, and the doctor's like, "Huh?
Oh,
What's
now
that?"
that's-
Now I
You didn't
have
know
to
that.
stick
My
around.
Lord Lucius was very specific.
Where'd you get the pattern? On the rain and mist and wind.
But that looks like a circuit.
Made of stone.
Do you mean you just dreamt that thing up?
That is my job as city augur.
What's that then, like the mayor?
He's an ogre.
No, auger.
Excuse my French.
But he said ogre.
No, he said
Barcelona.
auger.
This is an age of
All right.
superstition, of official
A-U-G-E-R.
That's-
Auger.
Aga is different from ogre.
Yes.
Okay.
They're
Because
laughing at
ogres are not like cakes.
Cakes.
those two. They
Right,
use
cake.
words like tricksters. They're mocking us.
No, I meant no offense.
I'm sorry. My daughter's been consuming the vapors.
By the gods, Mother, what have you been doing to her?
Not now, Griffiths.
Yeah, but she's sick. Just look at her.
I gather I have a rival in this household. Another with the gift.
Oh, she's been promised to the Sibylline Sisterhood. They say she has remarkable visions.
Prophecies
Remarkable
of women
vision.
are limited and dull. Only the men
I have
folk
20,
the
25.
capacity for true perception.
I
I'll
don't
tell you
think
where the
I
wind's
do.
blowing right now, mate.
These
Mountain
blue
God
eyes can
marks
see
your words.
clearly.
I'd be careful if I were you.
Consuming the vapors.
They give me strength.
It doesn't look like it to me.
What
that
color
your
eyes do you have?
Brown,
As a
All
doctor.
right, very good.
I beg your pardon.
like my
Doctor,
daughter.
That's your name.
How did you know that?
And you. You call yourself noble.
Now then, Evelina, don't be rude.
No, not at all.
You both come from so far away.
The female soothsayer is inclined to invent all sorts of vagaries.
Oh, not this time, Lucius. I reckon you've been out soothsayed.
Is that so? Man from Gallifrey.
What?
Very interesting.
Strangest of images. Your home is lost in fire, is it not?
Doctor, what are they doing?
And you, daughter of London.
How does he know that?
This is the gift of Pompeii. Every single oracle told.
So I want to pause it here because some people that we both know personally looked at this episode and was like, "Oh, what's up? This divination? Is that what this is dealing with?" No, it's not dealing with that. The whole premise of this whole thing is that basically this whole rock alien
Ooh, which looks a
Magma.
lot like a transformer. Did you see that too?
it really does look like a
It
transformer.
looked like a transformer,
Yeah.
man. That was pretty cool.
So this whole lava rock man who lives underneath, the fumes from the fire beneath them are basically leaching their way into the atmosphere for people to breathe in, and it's causing them to be able to see into the future. It's not like they're predicting; it's just future events that they can see. So it's not like it's some sort of divination where they looked into a liver or looked at some, I don't know,
What can you tell from a liver?
I don't know, but that's part of ancient history. They
It
used
is?
to, yes,
Liver?
yeah. The liver,
Why
I
the
think, like a
liver?
cow's liver, was in like I think it was ancient Egypt, was used to, as
Man.
like some sort of something or other to try to look and predict the future.
Have you ever eaten liver?
I ate chicken liver once.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was pretty tasty.
I have not eaten liver. I can't want to.
Well, I went to
It
one of those.
looks. Nah.
Well, I went to like this, the hibachi restaurants where you sit around the table and they cook for you and they make the
We
little.
were just talking about one of those today.
Nice. Well, I went to one when I lived in the Maryland area, and part of my dish had chicken liver. So I was like, yeah, I'll try
So
it.
you tried it, and what did it taste like?
It's like chicken. It's a little squishy.
Squishy chicken?
Just a tiny bit squishy, but it wasn't bad. It was tasty.
I don't know that I want squishy
I don't
chicken.
know if I'll eat it again, but it still wasn't bad.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Interesting.
So now.
It tastes like chicken. I might try it.
Well, it was chicken. So chicken would naturally taste like chicken. Well, what else do you think chicken's going to taste like? Tuna?
Don't try and confuse me with facts.
It's a pretty obvious fact, dude. It's an axiom. It's an axiomatic truth.
Pigs taste all sorts of different things depending on how you cook them.
That's true. All right, I'll give you that.
Some magical animal.
That was
That's
lamb.
No, wasn't that?
No,
Oh,
he
that
was like.
That was.
No, Homer was talking about lamb. He was like.
Lamb? I thought
Yeah.
it was pigs.
It was
Oh,
like.
well.
No, you're right. It was pig.
Because she was talking about ham and bacon.
Yeah, exactly.
He was talking about ham and bacon.
And she's like,
they
Dad,
all
it's
come
the
from the
same
same animal.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
right.
right, Lisa. It's a magical animal.
You do it better than I do.
Oh, yeah. I've been working at the Homer Simpson impression for quite a while.
I never could do it.
One day, I'm going to do that at work just to get people's reactions.
Go and
I might
take
go
their
to the
order
table.
as
Hello, I'm Homer J. Simpson. I'm here to take your order.
No. Not as Homer, as yourself. See if anybody picks up on it.
What?
Introduce yourself as yourself.
Yeah.
With his voice.
Oh, hi. I'm Lucas.
Yeah.
I'm here to take your order.
Exactly.
I don't really think I sound that much like him, though.
You do.
Oh, all right. Well, how about we go to another clip? What do you think of that? Should we go to another clip?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was right here.
Yep.
Right here.
It's an honor.
Pardon me, sir. I have guests. This is Spartacus and Spartacus.
A name is but a cloud upon a summer wind.
Oh, we already saw this.
Yes, because we let that last clip go long.
Yes, we did.
I didn't realize you had split them.
Split? Yeah, I did, and I forgot about it. That's the problem with looking up clips from this show, is you don't know what you're going to get sometimes, and then you forget about it, and then all of a sudden you just get all messed up in the head like me all the time.
It's okay. It's all right.
So now at this point, like they got into the whole conversation, and they were basically saying, "Ooh, you doctor, you're from Gallifrey, and she's from London." And then later on in the episode, they abducted Donna.
You know, it was kind of like the witches in Shakespeare's time.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to name him and figure out who he is and stuff. It was very cool, very interesting. The Doctor played that same thing where he was trying to name the
what?
The things. What are they?
The what? The witches?
God, no, in this episode though, the rock things. What were they called? They were called the
Pyrovile.
Pyrovile. Yes,
I like that name. It's cool. Supposedly, spoilers. They're supposed to come back.
Oh,
we're supposed to see them again in the 8th season. Wouldn't that be interesting?
I don't know that I believe it.
I don't either. There's been lots of speculation that supposedly Capaldi as the Doctor is going to go back to Pompeii. And
okay, you know that poster
is just from the movie.
It's just from the Pompeii movie.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I can tell that easily.
So that's what I'm saying. It's hard to say just because Capaldi's coming back, coming to the role of the Doctor, coming back to Doctor Who in the same time period that a movie about Pompeii is coming out. It just leads you to things happening on the internet.
Well, it happens
Someone comes up with it and puts it out there, and then next thing you know, it's going to happen.
Right, and it happens all the time. It happened when? Before the 50th came out, where somebody created their own trailer, their own spoiler.
Oh, yeah.
And it had, like, that intense music, and then you had the one scene that supposedly was Lieutenant confronting Smith, and he was like, whatever you do, don't open it. And everybody was like, that looks amazing. And it was like only very small bits and pieces were actually from the special.
Right.
So it was just, you never know. You never know. That's what's great about the show is you never know the speculation, and then Stephen Moffat always blows us away. And then sometimes the other writers are just like, meh, could have done
Sometimes
better.
he blows our emotions away.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so we're going to take a quick break, very quick break, to basically hear a word from
our sponsor.
This show is sponsored in part by ASAPCPU.com.
Allons-y.
For the best quality, up-to-date shoutcast streams or any electronic device repair, visit ASAPCPU.com or find them on Facebook at facebook.com/ASAPCPU and check out some repairs they've completed. We'll even include a free consultation. ASAP CPU, the service you need ASAP.
You better believe it, ASAPCPU.com. Good stuff from a good guy. I haven't talked to him in a while. I need to send him a message.
I haven't either, actually.
I wonder how he's doing. How you doing, Asa? You all right? Send us a message. You might be listening in live right now. Matter of fact, for you people who are listening in live right now, whether it's now or now, send us a message. Tell us you're listening in.
Whether it's now or now.
Or now. It could be now. It could be then. It could be before.
It wasn't then.
Or it could be later. Whenever you're listening to this, tell us that you're listening to this now.
Here's the problem with that. I get a text tomorrow afternoon going, I'm telling you now. And
Yay!
I'm going,
that means
what are you talking about? I don't know what they're talking about. They're watching it live, and you just told them to text us, and I get a text at 2 in the afternoon going, what's this about?
So what? It means we've reached our audience. We've reached the people.
It means we reached them, but when they're asking me questions about things I said the night before, I don't know how to answer.
Well, sorry. This is a live show. This is what we deal with. We have to be on top of things. We host this show. This is us. This is our connection with the Hooniverse. This is what makes us who we are right now at this moment.
If they want to text us now, if they're listening live, that makes a difference.
Yeah.
If they're watching us on YouTube, then they text me, I cannot respond to their question.
Okay, so if you're watching this on YouTube, be specific with your question. Whether you're texting me or texting James here. Yeah, I called you James.
Stop it! You evil person.
I am evil on occasion, but I'm very happy. And I like being happy and focused and being goofy. Do you have a problem with that?
Yeah.
What is your problem with that?
You.
Why?
Because.
You have to finish that sentence. You're not a child. It's not just because. Tell me why.
No. I am now a parent. And as a parent, because is a reason.
Oh, God. No, why?
It was for my parents.
Your parents are not here. We're here. You're there. I'm here. So, what's the issue? Why do you have a problem with me?
Because.
Because why? What's the underlying reason?
Because Titus.
We had a Titus earlier. It was tasty.
Not that Titus.
What? This one? The one you left? The little Titus?
Turn it around so they can see the door. We can see the door. They can't see the door. It's this way.
Look, there's 2 Tiduses in the same picture.
There's 3. I'm wearing one too.
3 Tiduses. Look at that.
The only one with a Titus.
Nice. Okay, so how is the Titus the reason you have an issue with it?
It's not. I don't even know what we're talking about, dude.
I completely forgot too. Let's go to the next clip.
God, you just... Ah!
Exactly.
Got to be kidding me.
The false prophet will surrender both her blood and her breath.
I'll surrender you in a minute. Don't you dare.
You will be silent.
Listen, sister, you might have eyes on the back of your hands, but you'll have eyes in the back of your head by the time I finish with you.
What does that even mean? When you're covered in lava, you're gonna have eyes in the back of your head. No, you won't.
No man is allowed to enter the Temple of Sybil.
Well, that's all right. Just us girls. Do you know, I met the Sybil once. Yeah. Hell of a woman. Blimey, she could dance a tarantella. Nice teeth. Truth be told, I think she'd a bit of a thing for me. I said it will never last. She said I know. Well, she would. You're right there.
Oh, never better.
I like the toga.
Thank you. And the ropes.
Yeah, not so much.
What magic is this?
Let me tell you about the Sybil, the founder of this religion. She would be ashamed of you. All her wisdom and insight turned sour. Is that how you spread the word, eh? On the blade of a knife?
Yes, a knife that now welcomes you.
Show me this man.
All right, so the doctor was almost killed right then. She pulled a knife
The
on him.
stranger would defile us.
Let me see. This one is different. He carries starlight in his
He
wake.
wasn't close to being killed. It's just a
Where do these
knife.
words of wisdom come from?
The gods whisper to me.
Yeah, he would have regenerated early.
Might I beg audience? Look upon the High Priestess.
She's completely stoned.
Heavens have blessed me.
If I might.
So the doctor's touching her hand and still in the stone.
Who told you that?
The voices.
Is that what's going to happen to Evelina? Is this what's going to happen to all of you?
The blessings are manifold.
How could being turned into a rock be a blessing?
When you worship
Exactly.
the rock?
The people of
You
Pompeii
mean the
are
wrestler?
turning to stone before
No!
the
The
erupt.
rock.
But why?
They're worshipping the mountain.
But the
This
rock
image
is
in your
pretty
mind.
awesome.
This
I do not
volcano.
worship Dwayne.
It doesn't matter what you
Why do you
worship.
know about it?
Actually, it
Who are
does.
you?
Yeah, it really
That's
does.
a
I'm sorry.
whole
I didn't mean
different
that. It was just
No, I'm
the
talking
rock
creature
and it
inside.
doesn't matter and all
The
that
thing that's
stuff.
seeding itself into a human body, in the dust in the lungs, taking over the flesh and turning it into what?
Your knowledge is impossible.
Oh, but you can read my mind. You know it's not. I demand you tell me who you are.
We
Oh, awakening!
The voice of the gods.
words of wisdom. Words of power. Words of wisdom. Words of power.
Name yourself. Planet of origin. Galactic coordinates. Species designation according to the universal ratification of the Shadow Proclamation.
Rising!
Tell me your name!
All right, so interesting point here. Now, I don't think we've got the clip for it, but basically, this is the second time in this episode that we hear about a planet disappearing, and the Pyrovile is one of them.
The second time in this episode?
No, I'm saying in this season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in this season,
Okay,
because the
yes,
first one
that's
was
right.
last week. So the second time we're hearing about
we
a
did cover
planet
that last
disappearing,
week.
and that gets touched on towards the end of the season, where all the planets have disappeared, and guess who's involved?
I know. What?
Go ahead and tell the audience, Jimmy.
Are we gonna, or is it spoilers?
Everybody who's listening to us has probably seen the fourth season.
Stavros.
Yes, Stavros.
It's Stavros.
Yeah.
He's involved.
You know, he kind of looks like the Emperor. You know,
Yeah.
Palpatine.
Yeah, but he doesn't have that.
No, it doesn't have the robe either. He needs the robe. Gotta have the
He
robe.
has like some cool wheelchair looking thing, though.
I would love to have a wheelchair.
I do love wheelchairs.
I-
Whenever I see a wheelchair, I'm getting in that thing.
Dude, I'm the
And
same
popping
way.
wheelies.
Yep. What I want is the hover round. Just to have it. Just to ride around and have fun and look like an idiot. I know I'm not an idiot, but just the fun of being in a hover round. It's got to be a blast.
I was gonna go in a completely different direction than that, but okay, that'll work.
Elaborate. What direction were you going to go in?
Well, you said, I know I'm not an idiot. I was gonna right after you had said just to look like an idiot, and I was gonna say as opposed to.
As opposed to how I look normally.
Right.
Not an idiot. I love it. All right, so we're going to go into another clip.
She looks very serious, and now he does too.
Yeah, so we're going to see
I
the
love
doctor.
this. I love this clip.
The doctor fights off the Pyrovile in a very, very interesting way.
Where did he get that, by the way?
Where does he get anything?
The Doctor doesn't use guns.
But he's a time traveler. He can go anywhere, get anything, and do anything.
He didn't do that. He didn't
It's
jump
not a
in
real
the TARDIS.
gun. It's a squirt gun.
It's a squirt what?
Squirt gun.
Gun?
It's not a real
so
gun.
it's a
it
gun.
squirts water.
So you're telling me that it is a gun and its ammunition is water.
Water.
Therefore, it's not a gun.
No, I'm saying it's not a real gun. It's not a gun that shoots bullets. You're not gonna.
It's a gun that shoots
water.
So it's a water
pistol.
Same difference, dude.
All right, let's watch the clip.
They're screwdrivers. They're not water pistols.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it's got a sting.
Here we go.
You fought her off with a water pistol. I bloody love you.
See? She does love him.
Yes, she
Donna
does.
does love the Doctor.
Well, I mean, the Doctor's awesome. David Tennant was just fantastic as the Doctor. Why would people not love him? He's fantastic. He did so well. But so did Matt Smith. Matt Smith was great.
I was reading today somewhere that maybe Christopher Eccleston actually is the Doctor.
What do you mean, like in real life?
Yeah. He's actually a Time Lord. And found out that they had canceled Doctor Who and said, look, I'll come to you, Russell T. Davies. You need to reinstate this show about me. I'll even do one season.
Wow.
So
he's flying out in the TARDIS somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, so then...
And he pops back and
All
forth
right.
to play villains
All right.
from various movies.
So this is what we're going to do. We talked about this on our Facebook page, and we've gotten some positive feedback to go ahead and open up a Twitter account. So we'll open up a Twitter account, we'll follow Christopher Eccleston, and then we'll talk to him personally. We'll try to interview him on the show and ask him, are you really a Time Lord?
Do you think he's going to admit it?
I think he would. If we send him a TARDIS, we bottle up the ingredients, we send it to him in the mail, he drinks it, enjoys it, gets the wonderful feeling associated from the TARDIS, and then says, yes, I'm a Time Lord.
And are you going to believe him?
No.
Then what's the point?
Just trying to get you all riled up.
Why do I let this happen?
Because it's fun, dude. It's a good show. We have fun with this.
It's not fun. It's not fun anymore.
Then why are you still doing it? Leave.
I can't.
Why not?
Because it's fun.
Yeah, it is. Yes! Love it. It is fun, and you know it.
I do have a good time.
Yeah,
I
we
enjoy
both
this
have a
show.
good time. It's a wicked
This
fun
show
time.
is a great experience.
And we have our own banter, but it's for the show. It's to keep the audience listening in. Like right now, right at this minute, we have people listening in live.
Yes, we
right
do.
now. And one of them in particular, I know personally.
Your wife?
No, she's
You
exercising.
don't know your wife?
I know my wife. I'm saying that she's exercising.
Oh.
So she's probably not listening in live, but people we know personally listening in live right now.
True.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go to another clip.
Okay.
Now this is towards the end of the show when Vesuvius has erupted.
You mean when David Tennant, the 10th Doctor, made Vesuvius erupt?
Exactly. Oh, that just reminded me. Now later on in the show, not this episode, but the show's, storyline. River Song, in one of her incarnations, one of her versions, when she was black and hot, that...
She was hot even when she wasn't black.
Yeah, but she was hot when she was black. And that's just me. So, she is basically referring to some aspect of history. Oh, she said about Hitler coming into power is because the Doctor didn't stop him.
Right.
So, no, I don't even remember what point I was getting at. So, well, no, the point is that maybe the events in history, the Titanic sinking, the Pompeii exploding, yeah.
Okay. Let's stop here because you're really making it worse. The Titanic didn't sink.
I corrected myself. I said sinking.
And Pompeii didn't explode.
What did it do? It erupted.
No. Pompeii got covered.
I meant Vesuvius. Excuse me.
Oh, you meant Vesuvius, but you said Pompeii.
Dude, I've been drinking. I don't know what I'm saying.
You do too know what you're saying.
No, I don't.
I know exactly what I'm saying.
Why do you think I stopped and said I forgot? I don't know what I'm saying. Because I don't know what I'm saying. Don't know.
You do too.
Don't.
You're trying to convince me of something that's
No.
stupid. It's not going to work.
Of course it is. It always works.
You're trying to trick me into giving something away. It won't happen.
You've given everything away.
I knew you'd say that. All right.
I know where the poison is.
I know you know where the poison is, but you obviously don't know the difference between Pompeii and Vesuvius.
Pompeii is an area of Italy. Vesuvius is a mountain.
Pompeii did not explode.
Vesuvius exploded.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you that now.
By the way, as I was watching something with my daughter today, we were watching Phineas and Ferb, which it's a funny show.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's a funny show, and Professor, whatever he is, Doofenshmirtz, he's creating this device, and he's putting in his self-destruct button. There's always the self-destruct button, and Phineas and Ferb are like, does there have to be a self-destruct button? He's like, well, yes, there has. Well, no, I guess there doesn't need to be. In fact, it would really be helpful not to have one.
Yeah,
that seems to be how I'm defeated all the time. They hit my self-destruct button, and yet in this episode, it comes down to, well, if we just hit this one lever, then the volcano will erupt.
Yeah. It's the big shiny red button.
It wasn't big it was big. It wasn't shiny, it wasn't red.
Well, I'm just saying shiny red. It's kind of like on Ren and Stimpy.
Same thing. It comes down to there's a self-destruct button. Why? Why do evil inventors of evil machines always make destruct buttons?
Are you saying the inventors of the Enterprise were evil because they put a self-destruct button
There wasn't just a button you could push, or on SpongeBob, a penny self-destruct slot.
Or on Ren and Stimpy, a big red button that Stimpy used his butt to push.
Yes. It can't be easily used.
Yeah, you did have to throw out...
The destruction of the Enterprise was so that it would not fall into enemy hands.
Okay, I see your point.
There's a reason for having some way to destroy what you have and what you're using, but it should not be as easy as your opponent walking up and going, boop, oh, now you're dead.
Yeah, I see your point.
Because I hit your button.
Don't hit my button.
Pushing your buttons. Oh, I know how to push your buttons.
Yeah, I know you do.
I love pushing people's buttons.
Yes, and you like pushing my buttons.
It's fun.
Is it real? Is it as fun with me?
Not as fun as like with my dad, but
nice. At least
but that's just because
it's your dad.
I've been doing that all my life.
Nice. All right, let's get to another clip because the show is almost over for tonight.
You can't just leave them.
Donna being Donna.
History's back in place and everyone dies.
You've got to go back. Doctor, I'm telling you, take this thing back. It's not fair.
No, it's not.
For your own planet.
That's just it. Don't you see, Donna? Can't you understand? If I could go back and save them, then I would, but I can't. I can never go back. I can't. I just can't. I can't.
Someone, please. Not the whole town. Just save someone.
Okay, let's pause it here.
Thank you.
Because She really, really got to him. She was just...
She got to me when I was watching this episode.
Yeah. She was just ensconced in tears. Overwhelmingly crying at Doctor, please, just save one person. And he was adamant. He said it's a fixed point in time. Nothing can be done to change this.
It's a fixed point. Why?
Why do you think?
I have a theory. But
Give
I
it
was
to me.
wondering what you thought before I expound on my theory.
Do
you have any thoughts as to why this point right here might be fixed?
Okay, so I don't know if I have an exact reason, but I watched the Confidential episode about it, right?
Sure. Okay.
And so in the episode, they did film this episode in Italy.
All right.
And during the filming, David Tennant decided to go to Pompeii and actually, take a look at what the end result was after the volcano erupted. And he saw the people, basically frozen in time. And you could see the look on his face, like just a little bit longer, and he would have been in tears, seeing that people in the last moments of their life, frozen there in time, that they could not get away. They suffocated to death. It wasn't the lava; it was the ash.
Because you're long gone before that. It's
Right.
like burning in a house fire. You don't burn to death; you choke on the smoke.
Right, exactly, and that's what happened. And then they basically got entombed from the ash, and their bodies got frozen. I don't know if frozen is the right word, but they're stuck, and they've been in the same spot, dead, for thousands of years. And so it's taught, basically, mankind that when it comes to a situation, you have to take action. Whatever your choices in life, if you've got some situation that you need to make a specific decision on, whether it's your personal life, your married life, finances, or just escaping for your life, you have to make a choice. Otherwise, you may be frozen in the exact same situation forever.
So that's what makes it a fixed point?
It's just a thought. Don't know if that's exactly what you're looking for.
No. What I was thinking, and I know I hate it when people ask that question. So when I saw this, who knows what I thought? Don't you love that? It's the reverse of a viewpoint question. What was I thinking when I read this material? I always hate those questions.
All right.
But again, what I was thinking is it's a fixed point because a Time Lord caused it.
Ooh, that's a very good point.
Now that could be an interesting tidbit of information. He tried to explain to Donna in this episode why he knows. And he says he just knows. It's something that's in his DNA, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
That he can just sense it. He knows that it's a fixed point. Maybe he does not realize that it is a Time Lord intervention that caused this and made it a fixed point. Because in traveling through time, it's not that straight line.
Right.
It's the big ball. It's wibbly. It's wobbly. It's
Yep,
timey. It's wimey.
okay.
That's great. So he knows that it is a fixed point, but why? Because there's that sense of a Time Lord involvement. Whether they know what that is or not. It's like, I don't know if you've ever watched any of the Highlander movies or the TV show.
No.
Okay. Other immortals could sense one another, but it wasn't until the involvement in the show, once it became a TV show, where it would give like a little buzzing or a ringing, and it explained that, oh yeah, they're actually hearing that. But all the time they could just kind of sense it. It was in their DNA. They were different. They were immortals.
Right,
They
okay.
had this sense that when they walked into the room and there was another immortal there, they just knew. What was it? It wasn't the way they were talking, the way they were carrying themselves. They just knew. And I
okay.
think it's something like that with the Time Lords. When the Time Lords are involved, whether they even realize that's what it is, they can sense that it's a fixed point. It's a fixed point. Why? Because he himself is going to do it. That's what makes it a fixed point.
Oh, interesting.
He
Okay.
did it.
It's kind of like in the episode The Angels Take Manhattan, when the doctor said to Amy, if you read it, it is now fixed and there's nothing you can do to change it.
And because it was a Time Lord involved, that's what makes it the fixed point.
Wow, interesting. Very interesting. You got a deep mind, Jimmy Shaw.
I also had something very interesting to read about Back to the Future.
All right, let's get to that point.
But I can't get to that.
Well, let's try to after this clip.
Okay.
All right.
Save us, Doctor!
Doctor, save the Doctor!
God!
It's actually before
Doctor, you can't!
the last clip that we watched.
It is before.
This is before the clip that we
Oh,
watched
that's
before.
right. Okay, I messed up. I'm sorry.
That doesn't matter. We don't have to watch them in order, you know.
Well, we can watch this one.
Uh,
We're going to listen to this one now.
Okay.
All right. This is afterwards when he saved himself.
So if you believe that this Peter Capaldi is the Doctor, that the Doctor came up with the word volcano.
Yeah, sure. If that's the case. Yeah.
You were right. Sometimes I need someone. Welcome aboard.
Nick, we've got some good episodes. Donna's episodes are some of the best.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, as many people...
Next one is, oh my God, so good. Oh, you don't know.
What is the next one?
Oh, never mind.
I forget which one it is.
It's okay.
What is the next one?
No, it's fine.
Oh, hold on. Say it.
It has something to do with the Ood.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Planet of the Ood. Good stuff.
Yeah, good.
There's another Homer quote from that one. I mean,
There's
just
a
says
Homer
don't.
quote
It's
in-
about
in-
it.
In every episode.
For me, there is.
Yes.
It's not on purpose. It just kind of happens. So, okay, we got 3 minutes left in the show. What is your Back to the Future revelation?
Marty.
Oh, God.
Marty. Is Marty outside right now? How's Marty doing, Lucas, your pet squirrel?
It's a squirrel.
It's
This is
your
okay.
pet
What is this,
squirrel.
Seinfeld? They hit the squirrel in the street, and then George's girlfriend was like, "I need you to go take care of the squirrel." So they pick it up, they bring it to the vet, and the vet's like, we have to invest in these tiny tools to fix the squirrel. And he's like, when you bring the squirrel home, make sure its leg is elevated.
Yep.
And he's like, it's a squirrel. It's a rodent. It doesn't have a home. We don't have a pet squirrel.
I'm sorry. I hope you didn't hear that, Marty.
God.
Lucas does love you.
You love the squirrel more than I do.
That's probably true.
Yeah. Because it's not mine.
It
It
is
lives
yours.
outside.
It is yours.
There's 3 of them that live on the property.
What are the other 2 names?
You want to come up with some names for them like Tiffany did?
You came up with Marty.
I didn't come up with Marty. Tiffany did. What do you want to call it? Doc? Jennifer? The other 2 people from
Marty,
Back to
Doc,
the Future?
and Jennifer. There you go. Now you just need a dog named Copernicus.
And then we got Biff.
Let's not have Biff. Maybe you could, if you named the chipmunks Marty, Doc, and Jennifer, then you could name the squirrel Biff.
Oh, brother. All right, we're in our last minute. Let's finish this. All right.
I actually did have something Back to the Future related, but I'll save it for another
We'll
time.
save it for another time. All right, everyone. That's it for tonight.
Marty.
We had a good show. Whatever, dude. Whatever. Just whatever. All right. Thanks for listening in. We appreciate the time. Appreciate you listening in.
Thank
and
you.
Keeping us entertained. Have a good night. We'll see you next Wednesday. Wibbly wobbly.
Timey-wimey.
What is it?
Oh my vot.
Oh my bot. Here we go.
God.
Good night, everyone. And it's not that loud because you closed us out.
That's my
It is your fault. It's your fault.
It's not.
Yes, it is. We're gonna go ahead and end the video.
How? I thought you could.
I can
It's
end the
my
video.
fault. Oh, the video.
Video.